Have you ever experienced this? The first thing in a day goes wrong, and subsequently all the events in that particular day will make you feel that the entire day is going wrong and you will feel like you are having a bad day. Just for an example so that you can relate. Maybe you got up, you checked your cell phone and there was a negative news, a bad news. And post that what happened, there is a fight that you caught up with your parent or with your spouse. Post that what happened, you felt okay, let me forget all of these things, let me go to my work. When you were on your way to your work only, you realized that your car tire would have got punctured. Then you go to your work, and when you reach your work, you realize that you had to get a very important document which you would have forgotten at your house. Then with all the frustration, you feel like get lost. And then you sit for a very important meeting for which you had come to office for. Then you realize that the meeting only has got cancelled. Have you ever experienced a situation like this? Do you know why this happens? I welcome you to the day number 12 of Self-Mastery with me, Ruthuparna Sharma. Now, I want you to imagine a number line. In this number line, this side is the positives. 1, 2, 3, 4, it goes. And this side is the negatives. -1, -2, -3, -4, and it goes. Now, as soon as you get up, the minute you read any negative news or the minute you hear anything negative, what happens is you put yourself in a negative situation. When you put yourself in a negative situation, what you start seeing becomes negative, and the more and more negative you see, the more and more negative you attract. Similarly, when the first thing you hear or the first thing you see is positive, you put yourself in a positive situation. When you put yourself into positive situation, what you start seeing is positive, and when you start seeing only positive, you start attracting more positive things towards you. That is why, as soon as you get up, if you see anything negative, you feel you are having a bad day. If you see anything positive, you start feeling you are having a great day. I have a recommendation or a practice for you. This is something that most of us would have done. Many of us would be still practicing the same, or many of them would have quit. What I am talking about is this thing called as a prayer. A prayer ensures that you put yourself in a positive state, and that is when you start seeing positive and you start attracting positive, and that is how you make your day great. And this is the reason why, with or without knowing, we always have the habit of praying before we do anything important. When we were in school, the first thing we used to do was a prayer. When we are in college, when we are going to work, before we start working, the first thing we do is a prayer. The first thing we do before going into a performance is a prayer. And this is the reason why it is important. So, as soon as you get up, the first thing that I want you to do is start your day with a prayer. A prayer can be anything. It can be words of gratitude. It can be positive affirmations. It can be chanting a mantra, or it can be chanting the name of your favorite god. It can be anything that creates positive vibrations within you. So start your day with a prayer and start looking at the positive changes that starts happening within you. This was Ruthuparna Sharma with day number 12 of Self-Mastery. I have one thing to say. The best part of the program is starting now.